it's amazing. I mean, I see just tons of success stories, tons of people like everyone's like, coming off of insulin, losing 50 pounds, 100 pounds, 150 pounds, uh, completely reversing their diabetes, or if they build enough muscle with resistance training, completely curing diabetes. This is stuff that I would have never, ever imagined was even possible when I was in my residency. It's incredibly successful. I think the only thing that kind of holds some people back, honestly, at the end of the day, is basically the addictive nature of high energy density carbs and fats together. So you get such an addictive dopamine hedonic response in your brain from eating donuts and pizza and cookies that it almost becomes addiction medicine. And I hate to say it, but a huge chunk of my medical practice is basically addiction medicine. And to a certain degree, once somebody knows what to do with diet and exercise, but they're still eating these foods, it is almost like an addiction medicine type practice. And just like I do harm reduction techniques by recommending, vaping and nicotine replacement for the smokers, and I like harm reduction for people who are addicted to these carb and fat, high energy density foods as well, by just, hey, front load a bunch of protein, right? Eat smoked salmon omelette for breakfast, like, eat 2 pounds of like meat and eggs and protein and micronutrients. And then I'm not even going to tell you don't eat donuts. I'm just going to tell you to eat this first, because I know you're going to be so full, you'll eat like one donut instead of the whole box of donuts, which you would have ate if you didn't have this big protein meal. If you want the PE diet, you can go to thepediet.com or go to tednaiman.com or just anywhere books are sold online. And you can follow me on social media at Ted Naiman on Twitter or Instagram, and probably most prolific on Twitter there. And I'm working on another book right now called working title is Satiety per Calorie. And it's all about the sort of like hacks you can do to basically automatically eat less because you're full, mostly from things like protein and energy density and water. It's going to talk a little bit more about the energy density factor that I think we don't necessarily focus on, like, when you have a dehydrated or dried food, like your pork rinds are not going to be as satiating as just eating a steak for a bunch of reasons. It's the water, and it's the weight, and it's the volume, and it's the chewing. Things that are heavier, more weight, more volume, require more chewing, less processed, slower release of nutrients. All these things like improve satiety per calorie, and it's going to be about all these hacks of how to get more full from your food, and like the worst would just be sugar and oil, and the best would be like eating a steak. You know what I mean? And I'm just going to break it down and what the different parameters are that can help improve these things.